Welcome back to Awful Stories. It's Matt here, and make sure to drop a like and subscribe to not miss your daily fix on Reddit stories. Let's jump into our first post in the relationship subreddit titled, My Girlfriend Pranked Me by Pretending to Break Up. Now I've lost interest. My girlfriend recently played a prank on me where she told me she wasn't interested in me anymore and asked to break up. At first, I thought she was joking, but she kept going even when I was clearly distressed. She only stopped after I started tearing up. Honestly, it didn't feel like a prank at all. It felt emotionally cruel and toxic. Joking about ending a relationship crossed the line for me, especially since she saw how badly it was affecting me and still didn't stop. Afterwards, she apologized and promised she would never do something like that again. While I appreciate the apology, I've noticed that I suddenly feel distant and uninterested in her. I don't feel the same emotional connection I did before, and I can't tell if that's something that will pass or if the damage is already done. I'm conflicted about whether I should try to brush this off since she says she won't repeat it, or if my loss of interest is my mind telling me this relationship isn't healthy for me anymore. Am I overreacting? Or is it reasonable to feel this way after something like this? What would you do in my situation? OP's girlfriend crossed a vicious line with that prank. And if I were him, that sudden emotional distance would feel like my gut wisely hitting the eject button. Trust once cracked like that doesn't just glue back. Pretending to dump someone, stone faced even as tears well up. That's not playful. It's sadistic testing of limits. Personally, I'm never tolerating this. She even saw distress building and doubled down, only stopping post tears. If this were my partner, I'd question her empathy entirely. Apologies feel hollow when the act reveals character. That post incident detachment, loss of spark completely understandable, not overreaction. New Space said, You have a chance here at 20 years old to choose yourself over a romantic partner who isn't compatible. Your future girlfriend is relying on you to choose to respect yourself. This girl showed you who she is, and there's no scenario that makes what she did okay for you to remain in the relationship, in my opinion. Pookie said, Never ever brush off cruelty, especially when it's intentional. I know it's a gut punch, but be thankful she exposed this mean side of herself before you spend another minute on her. I assure you that there's a wonderful woman out there who will cherish your love, not throw it away for a prank. The second story for today takes place in the AITA subreddit, titled, Am I Wrong for Telling a Coworker to Stop Commenting on My Snack Choices? Some backstory. My work provides snacks for employees regularly and keeps our break room well stocked. There's no supply issue in play here. I also regularly drink a particular soda, and don't stray from that unless I'm drinking water. I tend to bring my own since I drink it at home as well, and me partaking in the company provided snacks and drinks isn't keeping anyone else from getting something. On more than one occasion, coworkers have commented on my soda consumption, asking things like, What number is that? etc. I usually brush it off, even though I hate it and actually find it quite rude. Granted, I have a long standing issue with questions like that because my dad is notorious for it, but I know, of course, others don't know that, and I can't expect anyone to automatically know it's a trigger of sorts. Prior to this, I did finally mention that I didn't find humor in the comments and don't like it. Short, sweet, and to the point. A few weeks ago, I was at work in a common area eating a fruit roll up. A coworker kind of laughed, then said to me, How many of those have you eaten today? Maybe I was already in a bad mood or something, but it was irritating and I was tired of it. I turned to this coworker and said something along the lines of, I don't understand why it is any of your business. To me, commenting on what others eat is similar to commenting on their body, and it isn't appropriate. I would never do that to you, and I would appreciate it if you would stop doing it to me. She didn't respond. She honestly looked pissed off or offended, but I didn't care. I moved on and mostly forgot about it. Fast forward to last week. My manager pulled me aside and said I made the previously mentioned coworker cry. I explained the situation, and she said, They just care about you. And you could have said it nicer. I explained that I have said it nicer previously, and the comments continued. I'm not in trouble or anything, but ultimately got pulled into my manager's office for being a mean girl, even though someone else was being insulting. Kat's mom forever said, Tell your manager that your coworker is creating a hostile work environment by constantly criticizing your food consumption and trying to hide it by claiming it was good intentions. She is not your mommy or your personal trainer, and if she does it again, you will file a complaint with HR. Then she really will have something to cry about. Liver Pudlian said, People who don't drink soda can be very judgy. I can't tell you how many times I've had comments like, It's too early to drink, Diet Coke. Or, anyone who drinks soda in the morning is addicted. Why is coffee okay in the morning, but soda isn't? It's just a caffeine fix in a different beverage. This third and final story takes us to the relationship advice subreddit. The post is titled, My daughter wants me to sell my entire estate and use it to travel the world. I'm a 54-year-old female widower. I created this account during the holidays last year and never got to post my story, but it's been a year already, and I still have the same problem. My husband passed away 8 years ago. The ranch is what kept me going after he died. We built it together from almost nothing. It took decades of early mornings, busted equipment, droughts, bad years, and choosing work over comfort. That land is the only thing that still feels like home because every corner of it has him in it. I have one daughter, 23F. She's married now. For a while after my husband died, we were close. I helped them when they were starting out. I never charged rent when they stayed over. I watched their dogs when they traveled. I tried to be the kind of mother who supports without controlling. About a year ago, they sat me down for what they called a serious talk. I thought something was wrong. Instead, they asked me to sell the ranch. Not part of it, not lease it, sell everything. Their reasoning was that I don't have other kids, no close family left, and that they don't plan on having children. According to them, the money would be better used now so they could travel the world and never have to work again in their lifetime. They said I could downsize, live simply, and still be comfortable. They framed it like they were helping me make a smart decision. What hurt wasn't just the request, it was how casually they dismissed what the ranch means to me. They talked about it like it was just an asset sitting there waiting to be liquidated. When I said no, that this place is my life's work and the last thing I have that connects me to my husband, the tone changed. They said I was being selfish, that I was choosing land over my own daughter, that eventually it would be hers anyway. So why not let it benefit them now? My son in law chimed in and said, people my age shouldn't be tied down by property. After that conversation, things were never the same. Calls became short, visits stopped. I received a final text message from her saying that if I don't support her dreams, then she will cut contact. Holidays were suddenly complicated. When I tried to talk it through with my son in law, he said I had already made my choice. It's been a year since I've seen them in person. I sit on the porch some nights and wonder how it came to this. I never thought refusing to sell the thing I worked my whole life for would cost me my relationship with my child. I miss my daughter. I miss who I thought we were. But every time I imagine signing those papers and watching strangers take over the land my husband and I bled for, I feel like I'd be erasing the last chapter of my life just so someone else can live without responsibility. I don't know if standing my ground makes me stubborn or if giving in would break me. All I know is I never expected to be this alone again after already losing my husband. The only people that I have left are the people who work for the ranch. They visit me every day and ask me to join them on Christmas, and I was invited again for New Year's Eve next week. I don't think that this agony will end, and my heart is in pain. My friend told me that a child may endure being without a parent, but a parent cannot endure being without their child, and I agree with that. How do I go on? Robo Rabbit said, well, now you know they don't care about you, but your assets that they feel entitled to. It's your stuff. You don't have to live simply while they enjoy the fruits of your savings. Spend it on yourself and leave them nothing if they'll cut you off by not giving it to them now anyway. To this, Mango Pango said, I just want to expand on what you said. OP, about what your friend said, look at your current relationship with your daughter. If you give in, then what? You will resent her and know the relationship is fake because it was hinged on an ultimatum. They plan on traveling nonstop. Do you really think you'll actually get to see her? They're expecting you to live a modest life so they can live extravagantly. They will not be in your life or take care of you in actual old age. You are not old at 54, yet they're acting like your life should end so they can do whatever the hell they want. I am so sorry, OP, that you are having to grieve the relationship with your only child after the loss of your husband. But your daughter has made it crystal clear that she doesn't care at all about you or your husband. Please seek a good therapist to help you work through this all.